Guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk. Thank you for tuning in. Continuing my quarterback countdown, saving you from Ron Jaworski's list that continues to get backlash from a lot of America. Let me recap what I've done so far in numbers 32 through 25 on my top 32 quarterbacks for 2013 list. At number 32, Nick Foles of the Philadelphia Eagles came in, followed by Chad Henne of the Jacksonville Jaguars at number 31. Christian Ponder of the Minnesota Vikings came in at 30, while Kevin Kolb, now of the Buffalo Bills, came in at 29. Matt Flynn, who's an interesting name, of the Oakland Raiders, he came in at 28, followed by Mark Sanchez of the New York Jets at 27. Brandon Weeden of the Cleveland Browns came in at 26, and then Carson Palmer of the Arizona Cardinals came in at 25. And at number 24, Michael Vick comes in on this list. A lot of people ask me, wow, you have Nick Foles on this list. Does that mean you don't have Michael Vick? It doesn't mean that, although I've been on the record as saying I think it makes more sense for Chip Kelly and the Eagles to go with Nick Foles in this type of offense. I'll get to that in a minute. And then also long-term, you have a guy in Nick Foles who's younger than Michael Vick and could potentially be a long-term solution, which Michael Vick is not to any team that he would play on. But that being said, I still think Vick is probably a better quarterback, at least at this point, coming into this season. Despite the fact that he threw only 12 touchdowns to 10 interceptions last year, missed some time with injuries, had a 78.1 QB rating, a 58% completion percentage, which was pitiful, and a 2,362 yards on the season. So Michael Vick did not have a season that was exactly memorable last year. Then again, though, neither did the Eagles, and the fact that LaShawn McCoy was injured, Deshaun Jackson was injured, just everything that went into it. The fact that the offensive game plan was trash from Andy Reid and Marty Morningwig. The fact that the offensive line was, the entire thing was dismantled by injuries throughout the entire season. It kind of does remind you that it wasn't singularly Michael Vick's fault last season. And I stuck by Michael Vick. I felt like Michael Vick should have been the starter the entire season last year. That wasn't the case. But a lot of me felt like after watching that Week 17 game, after Nick Foles got hurt in Week 17 and Michael Vick got a chance to play Week 17 against the New York Giants and really just had an awful showing, a lot of me just felt like, you know what, this guy, he's done. He has nothing left. I've enjoyed watching him. It's been a fun ride, but he's done. And I think bringing in Chip Kelly re-energized people because people think of Chip Kelly as having a high, fast-paced type of offense where, yes, the quarterback at times will run the ball. And while we don't know exactly what the system Chip Kelly is going to bring to the NFL, it's not going to be an exact replica of what he did in college. I think people are a little wrong on that because Chip Kelly's offense, you need to get rid of the ball quickly, which Michael Vick does not do. Nick Foles does do that. You need to be able to take hits, which Nick Foles is able to do better than Michael Vick. And you need to be able to make good reads down the field, which Michael Vick did not display the ability to do last year. And you need to be able to know when to give up on a play, throw the ball away, take the sack, whatever the case is. And Michael Vick just did not do that, not only last year with all the injuries, but even 2 years ago. I think the offensive game plan is better, and if Michael Vick is the starting quarterback, which to be honest, I think Nick Foles, I'm in the minority, I think Nick Foles, not only because I think he should be the quarterback, but I think Chip Kelly is going to go with Nick Foles as his starting quarterback. But if Michael Vick is the quarterback, I do expect the interception numbers to go down, the turnovers in general, because he had fumble problems. I expect the touchdowns to go back up, but I also expect a better game plan. Michael Vick is not the type of quarterback that you anticipate throwing the ball 50 times a game because he's not one of the top pocket quarterbacks. As much as he has improved in Philadelphia as a passer from his days in Atlanta, he still is someone that you need to use his athleticism at times, and you need to have him throw the ball 30, 35 times tops, not 50 times in a game. He's not that good of a passer that you would want to have him throw the ball 50 times in a game. And I think a lot of times that's what got them into trouble last year. So if Michael Vick is named the starting quarterback and he can correct the fact that he doesn't turn the ball over by getting rid of balls, giving up on plays, knowing when to slide so he can stay healthy, I think that he is able to have a much better season than last year. The question is long term, though, what is his future in the NFL? I don't know, because it's not with the Philadelphia Eagles, even if it does work out this year. But Michael Vick comes in at number 24 on my top 32 quarterbacks for 2013.